Hey everyone, Matt here on another edition of Ask Ron. Ron, how you doing today?
I'm good. Had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody watching did as well.
Nice, nice. Hopefully everyone did. All right, we have a few questions today, so we'll go ahead and jump right into it.
Fire away.
The first one's from India up in North Carolina.
Okay.
India says, is it impossible to get accurate comps or no comps at all if you should continue with the lead, meaning the seller has property that's overpriced and considering the area in which the property is located, is it also being free and clear?
I have no idea what that question means, but let me address comps. First of all, Dreams is the best place for you to get comps. You're not going to find a better website than right there on your Dreams site. And if you're in our $297 a month program, you have Dreams. So use it. It's the quick analyzer button down in the lower right hand corner. Secondly, comps are comps. And you only want the top two that are comparable. It means they have to be close in square footage and close in proximity. They're going to be close in proximity. But you really, there's a lot of things that that will come into play when you're doing comps. For example, is there a major divider between your subject and your comps? Are you really comparing apples to apples? I don't care about bedrooms and baths, but I care about square footage. It needs to be within 20% up or down one way or another to have a true comp. So I don't know if you had any training on comps or not. If not, you might want to consider getting into my quick start school where I'll give you the training and we actually go on Dreams and do it live. Free and clear, I have no idea what that has to do with this question, but if the house is overpriced, probably don't want to mess with it anyway. You're just chasing dead ends. But what concerns me is it overpriced? Based on your question, I think you have very limited knowledge on how to arrive at the ARV, the after prepared value, and that bothers me because you might be conservatizing the ARV to the point, or frankly, just using the wrong ARV. If you use the wrong ARV, everything's not going to work very well thereafter. If you price it too high, if your ARV, if the seller is asking more than you think it's worth, I'm worried that you're being too conservative on your ARV because you haven't been trained on how to properly read them yet. And that'll cost you a lot of deals right there, a lot of deals. And then of course, if you're using a too high of ARV because you're not comparing apples to oranges, then that could cause you an issue as well. So I don't know how to answer your question other than you need to get some real good training on how to really read the comps. A lot of people make a lot of mistakes. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes sellers make is they're using the Zestimate on Zillow for comps. That is not what the market value is. I love it when sellers do that because the Zestimate is usually well below the actual after repair value on the property, which makes it easier for us to buy because they're already asking below market.
That's right. And then India goes on to say, if you can't get an accurate comp or any comp at all, should you continue with the lead?
Well, sure. I mean, if you got decent terms on the deal and you see where the money is, go ahead and put it under contract. In worst case, you can always get it appraised after you get it under contract before you close on it.
That's right. All right.
Or get some help. Frankly, I can guarantee you a realtor can tell you what it's worth if they've been in the business more than 3 days.
More than 3 days. All right. The next question we have is from Gary in Utah. Gary says, when house prices decline, are there any changes in the offers we should accept? For example, when prices are declining and we are looking at sales prices in the last, say, 3 months, is there anything?
No. 3 months is not going to make the difference right now, and I don't see the prices declining. I see indications that they might start, but frankly, I don't know that that's the case. But the truth is, Gary, here's the real thing. If you're not personally guaranteeing any debt, you're not going down to the bank and getting loans, and the prices do start to decline, so what? That doesn't mean you have to sell the property. I'm putting buyers in the properties. I don't expect them to buy anyway. If the prices go down, they just write it out, just like we did the last time. We had a 40% drop here in Florida. I'm looking at it. We're above where we were in 2005 right now. So quit worrying about the prices going down.
All right. The next question we have is from Fernando in Connecticut. Fernando says, hi, Ron. I have closed subject to properties and the sales price is based on the cash to owner and the underlying mortgage.
Yeah.
I have a title company in PA that would like to set up the sales price based on the cash amount to owner and do not include the amount of the mortgage. Is that possible?
No, that's frankly not possible. I cannot believe any closing agent suggested to you that that'd be the sales price. That tells me that closing agent has zero idea what they're doing. The sales price has to be the underlying loan plus any cash you give the seller. And in fact, that person could get in trouble for making such a stupid suggestion as that, to be honest with you. That's defrauding the state out of their transfer tax is what it's doing.
I'm glad that you found out now.
Yeah. You ought to get a legal opinion on that one, and I promise you it'll be the same.
All right. Moving on, we have our next question from Brenda in New York. Brenda says, I'd like to know, how do you take into consideration high real estate property taxes and HO insurances when planning the next move? FI property taxes are 2% for non-homesteaders or secondary properties. That's $4,000 for a $200,000 home.
You have to deal with it. If you're going to live in that market, everybody else has got the same problem. Reminds me of Texas. They got high property taxes. That means the payments are higher. The people that live there just learn to live with it. Makes a case for you to probably try to keep your prices down so that more people can afford them. But hey, the prices wouldn't be that high if some people couldn't afford to buy whatever price per house that they're buying. Besides, you're in a state with a higher income as a rule, and where money doesn't mean the same as it does in Biloxi, Mississippi or whatever. So you just roll with the punches. That's all. You factor it into your deal. You have to pay more, you have to get more. You have to pay more per month, you have to get more per month. Just chunk of coming in needs to be bigger than a chunk of going out.
Yep, that's how it works. All right, on to our last two questions, and they're both from Isabella in Illinois.
Okay, Isabella?
Isabella says, hello, I have a quick question regarding owner financing. Is owner financing completely legal in every state?
Yes.
All right, perfect. That one was easy. All right, her last question is, how would it make an impact in the pretty house business if there is another devaluation on real estate houses?
It'll make it easier to buy and make it easier to sell because you're selling on terms, and even more people won't be able to qualify for a loan. In fact, the best thing that can happen to a real estate investor is that we have another recession, to be honest with you, because it's a much easier market to work in. Today's a very, very hot market. We still have plenty of deals. Every time we do an event, we do deals live while people are watching. You'll hear a lot, well, the terms won't work now. It's such a hot market, which is absolute baloney. Somehow they work for us every single time by using the system that we've set up, and that's all over the country. But to be honest, I've been through 6 cycles, and I'm telling you, the worse the market gets, the easier it is to buy and sell houses within it.
Nice. All right. Well, Ron, I think that was all the questions we have for today.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we're running out of year here, so you better get to work, get prepared for next year. Now, I strongly suggest you come see me. Look, if you haven't been to my Quick Start School yet, why don't you ask yourself, why? Is it just the money? Let us finance you. We'll finance you. Call the office. We'll finance you. Because the price is going to go up first of the year. It's going to go up big, going up $1,000 first of the year. Price of the mentoring is going up the first of the year as well. So if you're sitting on the edge, call in. Maybe we can work out something for you to get involved before the prices do go up. But more important than that, prices are irrelevant, frankly. You'll be in my Quick Start School about 3 hours before you realize how cheap of a price it really is. Same with mentoring. One lousy deal is going to pay for your entire education. You could easily get that done before the end of the year if you get on the ball and let's get going and quit putting it off and looking for excuses why you're not going to do it. There aren't any really good excuses. You either want to do it or you don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it, I'm okay. I'm not mad at you. But if you do want to do it, get it done. Get it done now so you get a jump start on next year. I have no idea what kind of a economy this regime is going to get us into. I don't see anything good happening, I'll tell you that. The only way you can fix that is to take care of your own house. You can't do anything about what they do up there in D.C. You can certainly get the cash flow going in your own house. If you don't make a move, you can get something going to that effect. What's going to change? Nothing. I don't see it getting any better, to be honest with you. And they ain't even raised the taxes yet. Well, they have in a way. I mean, you could call the gas prices a tax on us, I guess. But you can see things all around you really changing drastically, and it doesn't look good to me at all. So what can you do? You can come get the proper training, forget about what it cost, start implementing it with our help, and get going so that next year you can put some money in the bank and do it very quickly and get to the point to where you don't have to worry about what they do up north because it might be south where you live. I don't know. It's up north to us where it doesn't matter anymore. Take care of the cash flow in your house and you won't have to worry about what's going on at the White House. Hey, that's pretty cool. I just made that up.
That was pretty good.
All right. Okay, see you guys next week.